Hey everyone, today we're driving on Highway 11 in Connecticut. This highway is only half complete. Back in 1972, they ran out of money and they stopped building it. In a minute, we're about to hit the abandoned section of it. It's not paved, it's a dirt area going nowhere. There's two overpasses that are abandoned, not paved. There's storm drain systems in place, and even carved mountains like you're seeing here. They had to take down the mountains with chipping away and blasting. All that money, and they stopped. They ran out of money, but they kept the idea open until 2009 when they officially abandoned the project. They're not going to do it now, but there is still push to do it. This highway was originally going to be a link to Waterford, Connecticut, but it's been abandoned for a while. We're about to go into the abandoned section and check it out. I'm coming down here today because this is the rainiest July on record. Today is the first sunny day, and I was supposed to be doing some lawn care work. The property I was supposed to do was so muddy, we couldn't even do it. We're gonna let it bake, and we're gonna return today at 4 p.m. All right, I'm gonna get in the other lane because I know this is gonna try to push us off the highway onto this ramp. Okay, here it is. Expressway ends, half mile, reduced speed. Oh, we still got a half a mile. 45 miles ahead. Okay, here it is. See the sign for the bottleneck. Quarter mile. There we are. Merge. Okay, here it is. It's trying to merge us off the highway. But we're not going off the highway. We're staying on the highway right here. Boom, boom, going off-road. Seen a lot of other people drive this. Hopefully we can. They said it's pretty tight as far as this is the abandoned highway. Oh, a lot of people are dumping garbage. Just saw a pile of tires and other debris. The highway's getting pretty bad. But I'll go as far as I can. Yeah, you're not gonna find the storm drains. Look how overgrown this two-lane highway is. There are storm drains, but you're not gonna see them. It's so overgrown. They're all gonna be plugged. Here we are. Abandoned overpass. It looks like we have to turn around on it. I don't think we can go any further. The other end looks blocked. Pulling up onto the unfinished deck. You see it's not paved. This is just the concrete deck where they looks like they'd pave on top of it. Yep. Yep, it says 1972, the bridge. Yep, look, we can't go any further. They intentionally blocked it off, as you can see. Look at the size of that tree right there growing in the road. Okay, so if we were to hike down another mile or so, you'd have a cut area in the mountain, which was not cheap to do. And you saw the other bridge was right next to us. It says 1972 right here. I'll go really carefully. It's a big, ooh, that's bigger than I thought. Boom. Oh, boom. All right. Saw right next to us was the other overpass for the other direction. We're gonna head over there, take a look at that. see all the tires. Why did someone dump those? Those actually look brand new. Almost want to take them. They look brand new. They look like they've never been on the road before. Okay, this is where they ended the pavement. Okay, we're gonna go turn down here. This will get us to the other overpass. You see traffic going by because they're coming on the ramp. Yep, that's the ramp right there. And this goes over to the other overpass. Driving the wrong way on the abandoned highway. And their gate's wide open. Look at all the mulch that the state is storing in here. Here's the other overpass. Check it out. Also, the deck is not complete. For some reason, they're not keeping it clear the rest of the way. This goes another mile to an area where they blasted the mountain to make some crevices so the highway could pass through it. Surprisingly, there's barely any graffiti, which is amazing. All right, we're gonna get out for a brief moment just to show you the bridge. Boom. Check it out. Abandoned overpass. So that's the highway we were just on, abandoned overpass. Still in great condition because there's no road salt to affect it. But you see, there would have been pavement on top of this to get it even with those joints. But they're keeping it clear because there'd be more than just this after all these years. Looks pretty nice. You even got the electrical hookups. This is for electrical. And you see you got the conduits inside the concrete. And you see, if they wanted to use this bridge, I think they could still use this bridge. It's in great condition. They could just fish wires through there. If they wanted some lamp poles, although most highways don't even have lamp poles. Look at this sign. You can't even see it anymore. Alrighty. That was quite easy to get up here. Too bad we couldn't go any further. Look at this, they're actually ripping parts of it up, aren't they? See the storm drain right there? Oh, there's a whole ton of them. There's a bunch of storm drains and storm grates. Wonder if those came from this highway or not. Probably did. Those are pretty older. Those are old ones. You can tell just based on the concrete how they have all that stone mixed into it. New modern ones, they don't mix that much stone. I bet this is stuff they ripped up from this highway. Because this thing, if you look it up on Wikipedia, it does have storm drains. It doesn't say if they're still there or not. If they are still there, they're definitely clogged and buried. So this is more of a DOT like storage yard for piles of stuff and garbage. Surprisingly, there's not as much trash as I thought there would be. Now we're gonna take a quick drive underneath the overpass. So this is where the highway would have been if they did complete it. This would have been 2 lanes of traffic right here. we're gonna go underneath and show you that. Then we'll come back up on this ramp right here. Just how flat this is. This may have been a actual U-turn at one point. They probably planned on having a U-turn for emergency vehicles. Oh, the traffic really picked up in the past 20 minutes. Ooh. Got an inchworm on my leg. Got the inchworm out of the car. Now I gotta make a really wide turn so I don't run it over. Okay, here we are. These are the two bridges that I just turned around on top of. They got a little bit of surface rust, but they're in better condition than most other bridges. That surface rust is most likely caused by the spraying of road salt on this road. See right here on the right? There's gates right there. That would have been the ramps going to the other section of highway that we couldn't access because they're not trimming beyond those bridges. And bridges are not cheap. They built all that for nothing. So this right here is where we were a moment ago. Yeah, you see a lot of people use that as a U-turn by how ground down that was. Now, just a couple of years ago, you could drive the entire thing because this other guy who contacted me telling me where this was said he used to drive that all the time with his Jeep when he lived around here. And he said that only take it if you don't mind scratching your paint up, which I don't mind that. This car has been through a lot, but sadly we couldn't do it. It looks like the DOT intentionally put a tree across it, and especially in Connecticut, it'll grow in really fast if it was that tight to begin with. So that's not going to be passable anymore unless they actually reopen it. Sure, you could still hike it, but the state doesn't actually want you there, but it's not enforced because I called ahead and all they did was advise me not to go there. But I just want to briefly show this old mental hospital here in Connecticut. We're not even going to see if we can go inside. Just want to show the front of it because this place looks amazing. Look at the signs, parking for visitors. That is really cool. Can't believe no one's buying that as a house. That looks so cool. And an old building like that, it's probably in good condition still. Let's go look at the other. So this is their old parking lot. I love these trees. Really nice for shade. And here's the other building. Honestly, they're not even sealed up that well. Amazing thing is, not a single piece of graffiti. That is so amazing. Look at these giant heaps of poison ivy all over the place. Love seeing this building. It looks like one building was torn down right here. I see a foundation. I hope they save this place as a house. That would be so awesome. Because structurally, I'm sure it's fine. Take a look at this. Whoever's responsible for this building keeps losing the key to their lock. Every time they show up, they have to keep cutting it with bolt cutters. See that? And it looks like they had to add a chain at one point because it wasn't long enough because they kept cutting it. Look at this. Pieces of locks. They just keep losing the keys, don't they? This looks even better than I thought. Those windows even look modern. It looks so clean on this angle. But then, again, look at this. Somebody's gonna need serious money to fix that. But just pray that it's only the overhang affected. It might not be inside the building because I don't see any evidence that water is running down that wall. I don't. Such a beautiful place. Just look at the columns. You'll never see stuff like this these days. Such care went into this building when they were making it. Right here. Oh, someone's lawnmower. The gutters are still working. I can see the grass pushed over on the end. Look at that. Building even has its own fire hookups for the fire department, can hook onto it if there's any problem. Water's definitely spilling out here. The gutters are kind of clogged up. That's probably why. Okay, time to get out of here. I've said it many times and I'll say it again. With this building and that highway we visited, if it's a small town and you call the police or city, they will usually let you take a look at things if you're respectful. Because a lot of times in small towns, the person who picks up the phone will often know exactly what you're talking about. But when it comes to a big city, the answer to explore abandoned places is almost always no. Because they don't want to deal with it, and they have no idea what you're talking about probably, because it's such a big place. I have to start keeping a dash cam every time I'm driving, because there's probably not a day that goes by when somebody doesn't almost crash into me or do something stupid that I see. Just the other day, there was this girl stopped at a crosswalk to allow people to cross. Looked down at her phone, 20 seconds later, still stopped there, holding up traffic. I was coming from the opposite direction. I was also stopped, just watching how long this would go on, because there was no one behind me. I wasn't holding up anyone. After 20 seconds, blew the air horns on the truck and scared the hell out of. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching.